fam, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Tina and I make videos on lifestyle, home, and DIY projects every single week. I've been wanting to film today's video for quite a while now. I've been living in my apartment for 9 months now, I believe. October, November, December. Yes, 9 months. Okay, so you guys have seen me make over every space in this apartment and it's basically done. I feel like I've been living with my decor and my furniture for a long enough time that I can give you guys an honest update and a review on all these items. So I'm gonna go around my apartment and basically rate all of my decor that you guys have questions on. I put a question out over on Instagram and you guys had a bunch of questions. So I'm gonna share my honest thoughts about brands that you guys have probably seen all over Instagram and YouTube. I also wanted to talk about my biggest regret so far in this apartment, and basically we'll be going around and rating my decor. Also wanted to mention that this video is very heavily inspired by Janae Daily as well as the Sorry Girls. I will link their videos down below so you guys can check them out. And before we get started, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And we're gonna go ahead and get started in my bedroom. If you watched my last video, you guys saw that I refreshed my bedroom and I basically just changed out the duvet as well as some decor pieces. But the key furniture pieces are still the same, so I wanted to make sure that I did this video before I changed some things out. So I'm gonna take you guys off the tripod, walk around, and get to business. So here's what my room currently looks like, and one of the biggest questions that I got was about my Target furniture. I actually have a bunch of Target furniture, and the first piece are these side tables. So I have 1 and 2 over there, and I think these were $100, and for the price I think that's pretty good. I did want to mention that these came with a little bit of wear and tear, so as you can see right here and even right here, which is kind of annoying. And something that I had to modify about this is that these actually are really loud when they close, so I ended up putting a little piece of felt on the back here so when you close it it's not as loud. So when I did open and close it, I could definitely tell that it was just like not built that well. I don't know, I kind of have mixed feelings about this. I think it looks gorgeous with the weaving and the black. I was expecting a little bit more, and I'll actually go over to the other side and show you guys. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is actually slanted, and that is just how it came. It kind of slants to the left if you guys can tell. I think in person you can see a lot better, but it is a little bit more slanted, and I will disclaim that we ordered these online, so we did put them together. I know that you could also just get them in person, so maybe that way you will know that your piece is not crooked and will be fine. I also wanted to note that there are no imperfections on the surface like there were with the other one, which is funny because if you buy online, I would think that everything is just perfect and brand new and you wouldn't have any problems, but that does not seem to be the case, especially when it came to these two pieces. So even though I really love these side tables, I would rate a 4 out of 5 just for the quality control issue. Another Target furniture item are these chairs, and these are actually dining chairs. They were $100 for a set of 2, and I really love these. I would give these 5 stars. They were so easy to put together and they look so modern and sleek. This is obviously a faux leather, but it feels really nice and it's pretty comfortable. Oh, I do want to mention though that when I sit on these, I feel like I'm too short for them, or if the dimensions are off, but aside from that, I would definitely recommend these chairs. So next up, I wanted to talk about my bed. There were a bunch of different questions on my bedding, my actual mattress, as well as the bed frame. So when it comes to my bed, I have a Nectar Mattress, which is my first time getting one of those box mattresses. This is a memory foam bed, and since I bought it online, I had no idea what to expect. I watched a bunch of different review videos. I was honestly really scared that this was gonna be too soft and squishy, but after watching all those reviews, it didn't seem like it would be too bad. So I went ahead and ordered it, and I really love it. So even here in the middle, you guys can see that I'm not like super sunken in. We've had this bed for 9 months and I really love it, and you actually get a year trial. So if you don't like it after a year, you could still return it, which is really awesome. I think it's one of the best return policies on a bed that you can get. I also want to mention that Brian really likes this bed as well. So overall, I would give this 5 stars. So if you're looking for a new bed, I would say this is a really good option. And a bunch of my friends also like their Nectar bed. They're always doing sales, so make sure that you look out for those. And you can also get cash back. So when I bought this bed, I actually got 10% cash back. So I got $80 back, which is really awesome. And yeah, overall, I really like it and would recommend. Okay, let's talk about this bed frame. This was from Amazon. It was $185, which is really inexpensive when it comes to bed frames. This is a platform bed and it is very minimal. And I basically got this because I was in a pinch. I needed something quick. I saw a few other people online have this bed, like Janae Brown as well as Jessica from the Orange Home on Instagram. And of course, I read all the reviews on Amazon as well. Most people said that they liked it. There were a few mixed reviews. And personally, I would say that I would give this 3.5/4 stars out of 5. 5. It is pretty sturdy, but one of the issues that I found was that these screws were getting loose. And honestly, there were probably a number of reasons. Number one, my floors are not even. And to add on top of that, it's half on a rug and half not. So it's a little bit uneven from the front to the back. And also Brian really just likes to jump into the bed. So he's always coming in from this side and he like just hops onto it and it moves a little bit every time he does that. So I'm pretty sure that's also a really big factor. But if you do not have any of those issues, I think that you'll be safe getting this bed. It really depends on what you're looking for. I just wanted to share my personal experience so that it will help you guys make a decision if you want to buy this bed or not. But honestly, for the price, I would say that it's not bad. I also got a lot of questions on my parachute bedding. So what's on my bed now is an H&M duvet set. But right here is my parachute duvet. And full disclosure, this is gifted because I worked on a campaign with them. Probably does not look its best because I'm holding it. But as you guys saw in my mini refresh, I did change to a different bedding set. And I would definitely have to say that the parachute one is just so much better. It just isn't as soft as my parachute one. I feel like I've become a convert for sure. The material is so soft and every time you wash it, it actually gets softer. Parachute is definitely more pricey than the H&M set that I got. That one is about $70 or $80, and the parachute set for a queen bed is $250 plus. So there definitely is a price hike, but I would have to say that it's totally worth it. You just spend so much time in your bed, so being comfortable is really important to me. So here's a little bit of a close-up, and even just touching this one, it feels a lot softer than the H&M one. But when it comes down to it, yes, this is a nice to have, but it's not a must-have. You can always find really good bedding at any price point, but if you do choose to invest in bedding, I would recommend parachute. I think it is really comfortable, and to get your money's worth, I would say to invest in a color that you really love. So this one I love, and I think I'm going to keep it for years to come. At the end of the day, it really just comes down to your personal preference, and honestly, it is super worth it. So 5 out of 5 stars for me. So now we're moving on to the biggest regret of this apartment, which is right behind me, this rug. Let's talk about this rug. So this rug is super cute. It matches my decor perfectly. It is boho, it has tassels, it is wool, and it also sheds a lot. So I actually just vacuumed this yesterday, so it doesn't look too bad. So even right here, can you see that? Okay, so right here, you can just tell that there's little fibers coming out. And even if I like rub my hand here, you can already see shedding. And basically it will just ball up and just land all over here, and then we just travel around our apartment, and then it gets everywhere else in our apartment, and it's just a big mess. Also, I forgot to mention that this rug is from Rugs USA, and all of my rugs are from there. I haven't found any issues with the other 3, so it might be just this rug in particular. They carry a lot of different brands on there, and actually this rug had not the best reviews, and being naive and just blinded by how cute this rug was, I decided to get it anyways. Even though a bunch of people said that it shed, I just thought they were being over dramatic. Shedding! But I was so wrong, and this purchase definitely has to be the biggest regret in this apartment. So I would give it 1 star for the design, but that's about it. So you guys have a lot of questions on this couch, and this is from Living Spaces. This is the Egan 2 couch, and I believe it was $700 when I got it. There were a number of reasons why I bought this couch. First of all, it was small enough to fit along this wall. And secondly, it is a sectional, and that is pretty awesome since it is quite small. We can still have the L shape. And one thing I really love is that this is reversible, so you're able to take this and move it over there. There is like an ottoman. So as you can see here, you could just take this bottom part and move it over there, and then just flip the cushion on the other side. Before moving to LA, the only time I ever saw Living Spaces was on Mr. Kate. So I've always been curious about the brand, but I've never been able to try their couches. So the first month that we moved here, we went to Living Spaces just to see what they had to offer. And they actually have a whole collection dedicated towards small spaces, and this is one of the pieces. Overall, I recommend this couch. It is super comfortable right from when we got it. The only part is maybe this part is a little bit harder, but that's totally fine since your legs are more on this side. There were a lot of good styles, but this one is basically basically the only one that would fit in our living room, so that is what we went with. So if you're unable to go in stores to try out the couches, definitely check out all the reviews. I do have a few friends who also have Living Spaces couches and they like it. The only downside is that I've noticed some pilling on the bottom cushions especially, and I feel like that's to be expected with a fabric couch like this, so I may have to get a pill shaver just to get rid of that. But overall, I would give this 4.5 stars out of 5. The next piece is our coffee table, and I feel like a lot of you guys know that I love this thing. This is an Amazon find. I believe it was $125. I will pop up the price as it is currently because I'm sure it's gone up by now. But this is a great coffee table if you have a small space like I do. It's very narrow and it has a lot of storage. So as you can see, there are shelves over on this side. So here I have my laptop, my iPad, and my work laptop. And then you have all the storage inside here as well. So this is kind of our junk coffee table, I guess you could say. There are 3 different sections inside, which is super handy just to hide all of your crap. And as you can see, it is super versatile. So usually I'll sit here and just work. And also we eat dinner here sometimes so we can watch TV. I would say for the price, you can't really beat it. This lift top is pretty sturdy, but I will say that as you're moving it, it could be a little bit wobbly. As you guys can see, like this side is moving more than this side, but that could be because I installed it not that great, so could be user error. This has been such a space saver for us, so I would definitely recommend. And if I were to give it a rating, maybe 4 stars out of 5. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 4 stars. All right, so I have one more Target furniture item to show you guys, and it is this console table. I really love the style of it, and I love that there's so much storage on top as well as on the bottom. So here you can kind of display things, and then you can hide things in here. The quality on this is pretty good, and I really like the color of it. And this piece in particular is not one of those Target brand items, if that makes any sense. The brand on this piece is actually Walker Edison, so you're able to find it at other retailers. So Target just acts as the seller for some of these brands. So if you guys are unable to find reviews on Target, you might be able to just copy and paste the product and then search it elsewhere to find other reviews. So definitely keep that hack in mind. And to wrap up this piece, I would give it 5 out of 5 stars. The last brand that I want to talk about is Article. So I have their marble cafe table, which is perfect for just Brian and I also have these chairs, and I also have a boucle bench in my closet, which I absolutely love. And overall, I think the quality has been amazing. This marble table is just so beautiful. I really love the wood tones on this, and I think this just looks so cohesive together. I do want to make a disclaimer that I work with Article on a YouTube video, so I did get these items gifted to me, and these are pieces that I use every day and that I really love. But I know that since it is an online only brand, people are hesitant to try it out, and with any brand there are definitely going to be mixed reviews. But from my personal experience, I haven't had any issues. I really love all the pieces, and I would have to give my table 5 out of 5. These chairs I would probably give a 4 out of 5 just because, again, they're a little bit too tall for my legs, so so that's kind of a minor issue. And then the boucle bench that I have, I absolutely love that thing. That thing deserves a 5 out of 5. I think it's so stylish and comfy, and I love it so much. So that was my honest review on my home decor. I hope that you guys found this to be helpful, especially if you've been curious about any of those brands or those items. And if you do have any more questions, definitely leave them in the comments below. I will try to get to all of them. This video was a lot of fun to film, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. If you haven't already, make sure that you follow me on Instagram. I post on there every single day. And that is it for today's video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.